Good morning, friends. It's craft time with Miss Jen. Today for our craft we're going to make a rainbow. So what do you need? You need a pencil or a marker or maybe a crayon. You need a drawing tool. You're going to need a pair of scissors, one white piece of construction paper, and then you're going to need at least 5 different colors pieces of paper. First step to make our rainbow craft is going to be to draw a cloud on our white piece of paper. I have a black marker that I'm going to use, and parents, you might want to use a thicker tipped drawing tool because your children are going to cut this out. So your child can draw the cloud or you can help them draw it. I am going to make my cloud as big as I can on this piece of paper because we're going to be making strips of colors to hang on the bottom as our rainbow, and you want it to be wide enough to fit all the colors that the kiddo wants to put on it. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my cloud. Clouds have lots of bumps on them, curves. Okay, so like I said, I did try to make my cloud as big as it could be on the piece of paper. Next step is to cut it out. So I have my scissors, and I'm going to cut along that black line that I drew. When your children are cutting, make sure that the thumb is in the small hole and most of your children's other fingers are in the larger hole. That'll help them provide more grip on the scissors. And when they're cutting, make sure that their thumb stays pointing up. A lot of children like to turn their hand under, so make sure when they're cutting that their hand is, or their thumb is up. And remind them that they can move their other hand to help guide the paper, turn the paper as they're cutting. We've been practicing cutting a lot of straight lines. Cutting curves out of a paper is a much more difficult task for children. So you might have to do some hand over hand help to help the child get the cloud cut out. Here's my final curve. There. I'm done with my cloud. Put my scrap to the side here. Alright, so I have a nice big puffy cloud. I got lots of curves and bumps on my cloud. The next step is going to be to cut out the strips for the rainbow part. I chose 5 different colors. I chose yellow and blue and you got it, red and orange, and you got it, purple. All right, so this is where we're gonna cut some straight lines, so it's gonna be a little easier for the kiddos. So what you're gonna wanna do is I'm choosing to make my strips the long way instead of on the short side of the paper. And I am reusing a piece of paper, so it's got a little bump in there, but that's okay. So I'm going to draw a line down the paper, and I'm going to make my strips maybe about an inch, inch and a half wide, because I do want to be able to fit all my colors across there. So if you have a ruler at home, this would be a great time to grab that, because then you can make a straight line. But if you can't draw a straight line, that's okay. I can't either. I'm going to eyeball it. Okay. I drew my straight line on there. I'll show you what I did. And now I'm just going to cut right along that line. And I will have my first color for my rainbow. So I'm going to save this because I can always use it for another project. My next color I'm going to use is orange. Now on this one, I did cut something out on this side and this side, so I'm going to have to draw 2 lines to cut my orange strip out. But it's going to be right about the same width. And like I said, it's okay if they're not straight lines. No rainbow is perfect, right? All right, so this time I have to cut twice. I have to cut on either side. Put that in my scrap pile. Okay, so far I have 2 strips cut out for my craft, for my rainbow. All right, next I'm going to do red. Okay, I have 3 done now. Next, I'm going to do blue. So lots of cutting practice here. And my last and final color is going to be yellow. I have to find the lid to my marker. It fell on the floor. Here we go. Because I want to be responsible with my marker and put the lid on so it doesn't dry out. There. Cut my yellow strip out. You're also going to need your glue stick for this activity. Alright, so we have our cloud cut out. And I have the 5 colors that I wanted. You might have more, you might have less, you might have 2 strips that are the same color. It's your rainbow, you make it any way you want. So the next step is going to be to glue our color strips onto our cloud. So I think I'm going to go right in order at how I have them laying here. So I'm going to put some glue at the top of the strip. And then I'm going to glue it on to my cloud. And then I'm going to take the blue one and do the same thing. And then my red one. And then the orange one. And then last, I'm going to put on my purple one. All right. There is my rainbow craft. I'm going to add something to my cloud. I'm going to add a face. So I'll put my lid back on my glue. All right. My cloud is going to have a face, so I have to draw 2 eyes. A nose. And my cloud is happy because it's spring and it's starting to get warmer out. So here is my smile on my cloud. Alright, so here is my finished product. We have a rainbow craft. I think I'm going to hang it in the window so that the sun shines through it. Alright, have fun making your rainbow craft, friends.